Just a Jewel with our host, Author Malik.
Sky, so vast is the sky, with faraway clouds just wandering by. Where do they go? Oh, I don't know. Don't know. Wind that speaks to the leaves, telling stories that no one believes. Stories of love belong to you and me. Oh, Gingy, if I only had words, I would say all the beautiful things that I see when you're with me. Oh, my Gingy. Ah, Gingy, like the sound of the wind in the trees, that's my heart is singing, Gingy. Happy Gingy, when you're with me. I love you more each day. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I'd let you go away if you take me with you. Don't you know, Gingy, I'd be running and searching for you like a river that can't find the sea. That would be me without you, my Gingy. I love you more each day. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I'd let you go away if you take me with you. Don't you know, Gingy, I'd be running and searching for you like a river that can't find the sea. That would be me without you, my Gingy. Without you, my Gingy. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Without you, my Gingy. Without you, my Gingy. Without you, 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 you. Without you, my Gingy. Without you, my Gingy. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Skid up, yeah, 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 yeah.
Welcome to Just a Jewel. I'm your host, Author Malik. what you just witnessed was an awesome performance by jazz singer Stephen Fuller. He is a go-getter. He is an individual who has yet to give up on his dreams. But who am I to speak of him when he is present? Mr. Fuller, could you just give us a little background about yourself?
Okay. I was born in Newark, New Jersey, and I went to Arts High School where I studied music, piano, and voice. And then I went to Colgate University, and I was a member of the Colgate 13, an a cappella group, and we traveled around the country and also to the Virgin Islands and other places. That was a great experience for me. And we did a couple of CDs or albums at that time, going back. And then after college, I performed a bit, and it was still my big dream. And then I got married and had children and did some music, but couldn't do it full time because of the family and wanting them to have the best. And I'm very proud that I have two great sons. They're both very successful. One is the vice president of a French bank, and the other is owns his own business in Manhattan. It's West Fuller Advisors. So I'm very proud of them, and I have a wonderful stepdaughter as well. And so the family has been very important, but now I get to do my dream. And since 2012, I've been singing pretty much full time. And well, at first I was kind of transitioning out of music, I mean, out of real estate into music, and now I'm doing music full time. And I consider my day job performing for seniors throughout New Jersey and also here in New York and White Plains and in a bit in Pennsylvania as well.
Okay, you're not as young as you used to be, and and this is not to discredit what you're doing. However, most people when they tend to get up in age, they like forget their dream. They give up on their dreams, and to me, it's a heart feeling when I see someone getting up in age, but yet still fighting to obtain a dream. What prevented you from giving up on your dream?
I guess I was so miserable doing real estate that I decided I'm going to do something for myself, and I've always wanted to do music. And so at 59 years old, I decided to go back and do music. So you're right. Right now I'm 66 years old, and I love what I do, and I spend a lot of time doing it. And my sons are proud of me for not giving up on my dream, and I feel like it's not too late. I'm still in good health, and so I have my voice hasn't given up on me, and I feel if I keep practicing, I'll get better, and I can share some joy with a lot of people.
Well, you look great for 66. I just have to say that
Mm.
first and foremost. Me and you almost look the same age, so that's not saying a lot for myself.
Oh no,
However,
no.
so you perform in nursing homes, and this is one of the places where sadly some people just get dropped off, and they don't have any loved ones, and what you're doing is like the epitome of greatness because you're fulfilling a void that most people won't even try to fulfill because these people are forgotten about. And you take your time and go and fill that void, and you let them hear your voice, and you give them that music, you give them that life, so to speak. And what, if anything, do you take from that environment when you're there?
Well, I'm going to tell you. Monday night I was out in the woods, and a deer hit my car. So Tuesday I was a little down, and I went to a place to perform in Ridgewood, New Jersey. When I got there and walked in the room, they started applauding. I felt great. They lifted me up. So sometimes you come to give them joy, and you're the one that is actually receiving it. So, but what I try to do is to make each person feel special. I have rhythm instruments that I take, and I let them sing on some of the songs that they know, and I'll bring the mic over to them. I go out and talk to each person individually before and also after my performance, and just try to get everybody to feel like you know, at least I believe that they're special.
Mm.
And so this week I did some things for Mother's Day, and it's been really good. So, and I've been really busy. People seem to like what I do, so they keep asking me back.
From a music perspective, what would you want your legacy to be?
Ooh, that's a hard question. I think I'd like to see it be, and I haven't gotten there yet, to do something unique, to have a voice that's different than anyone else's. Now I feel like my voice is somewhat unique, in that people say, "Oh, you sound like this one and that one," but not just one other person. You know, so it's a combination of
Mr.
things.
Fuller, I have to disagree, because when we say speech, it is not just from a vocal perspective, it is also an action. So your voice is far different than anyone that I ever heard, because there's not many people who sing to make someone feel special. You have people who are singing who just to receive a monetary gain. So you're singing, you're going into nursing homes where these people have given up on these people. People wanted to commit suicide, and you're giving them a will to live. So your voice, predicated on your action, is far different from any voice I've ever heard. So don't shortchange yourself, because you're doing great. You're doing great work right now. So your voice is way different than anyone I ever heard.
Well, thank you.
So,
Yeah.
so, but now, so your
So I guess, yeah, I guess that is the legacy, to bring joy to people, those in the nursing homes and other seniors and in the restaurants and clubs that I work in as
so you
well.
also sing in clubs.
Yes.
So you primary. What is your primary job?
The primary job is the nursing homes and senior facilities, libraries, senior clubs. The Jewish community in New Jersey, there's quite a few of them. Of the JCC, the Jewish Community Centers,
Mhm.
I perform at a number of those. And
So your objective right now is to see your name where? Where would you like to see Stephen Fuller? Where would you like to see that name?
well, one goal, I'd like to do the big clubs, and maybe some like in Las Vegas or Atlantic City, some of the big rooms.
So you would like to do Vegas. So do you feel that you have the potential for the stage of Vegas?
With a lot more work and a lot more study, yes.
See, Mr. Fuller, Mr. Fuller,
Okay.
you have to have that confidence in
Right.
yourself,
Hmm.
because I just listened to your voice. You have a beautiful voice. But if you don't believe in your credentials, if you don't believe in your capabilities, you'll never, never achieve what you only have in your head to achieve.
Okay.
You have to have it in your heart. You have to believe that you can make it, or you'll never make it.
Okay.
So you have to talk it into fruition that,
All right.
I want Vegas, and this is my goal, and I'm striving after Vegas.
Okay.
Or maybe some pit stops prior to getting to Vegas, but it's only a pit stop. It won't curtail your venture towards Vegas.
Good. And I guess I've kind of taken things at a step at a time. So, like in New Jersey, there's a couple of really good clubs. Shanghai Jazz is considered one of the top 100 jazz clubs in the world, and I performed there like 4 times this year. And so that was one of my goals, was to be able to perform there, and I've done that. And the Bickford Theater in Morristown, so and some of the other large theaters in New Jersey. So I've kind of taken it a step at a time, and okay, then once I got that one, then I can go up to the next. So step by step. But I agree with you, and you're right.
So you're verifying my point, that because this is something that you wanted to do and you obtained it,
Right.
So this is something that you want to do. So the one that came before that, once you obtained that, it showed that you have the capability, that I can do it.
Right.
So whatever is coming after that, you should understand that you can also do it. You have it. You
Good.
have it. You have it, man.
Thank you.
You have it. Age doesn't stop anything.
Right. I agree.
Age doesn't stop anything. You
Right.
got people right now that's 70 years old and going back to school. You know what I'm saying? So all you're doing is you're schooling now. You're schooling. You're educating the people via your voice.
Good.
And this is a great thing that you're doing, man. And I definitely would like to just say to the viewers that's watching, and you are, see, not just your voice. This is what I mean by speech is also action too. You're speaking through your action, because there's people right now that's younger than you. There's people that may be similar in age that's dying to give up, that just don't see their dreams anymore, you know, and they're dying to give up. And I pray that they can see you now and say that there's no need to give up,
Right.
you know, because now you can be that engine that provides and make them get up instead of give up.
Yeah.
And I definitely take my hat off to you, man, you know, for not giving up on your dreams.
No, not at all. And tomorrow I'm going to be doing the Sammy Davis Jr. show, a lecture on his life, and then the music, his music. And then Sunday I'm doing a club with my trio.
Where's this located?
Elmwood Park, New Jersey, tomorrow at the library there. I was there not long ago, and I did my Nat King Cole show.
I would love to see that. I love Nat King Cole.
Yeah, I do too. So now I've incorporated a lot of the Nat King Cole music into what I do at the nursing homes as well. So I try to do a variety of things and just keep growing and keep, you know, expanding the repertoire and expanding where I can work at. I've been lucky to meet some great musicians and be able to work with them.
Tell us something about your CD. You have a CD out,
right,
called The Expressions of the Heart.
Yes.
See, I got that by memory, because your
right.
your voice just do something to me, and it caused me to. So tell me a little bit about your CD.
Well, Lou Ray Known, a pianist out of New York, was someone that I had been working with, and we had a very good rapport. So I decided to talk to him, and we worked together on coming up with the arrangements and the tunes that we were going to do. And then we brought in a number of really talented folks. Bob DeVoe on guitar. He's a wonderful guitarist and plays around New York and has been with a number of great musicians. Giovanni Arencibia on congas and other percussion. Diane Perry on violin on some of the things, and she's a wonderful violinist that's really doing a lot of great things.
Where could we purchase your CD?
It's available on iTunes, Amazon, CD Baby.
Make sure y'all get this CD, Expressions of the Heart by Stephen Fuller. He's an excellent jazz singer. Okay. Mr. Fuller, what are some of the songs that you sing on this particular CD?
One of my favorite songs is the one that we did earlier, Gingy. And it was written by Antonio Carlos Jobim and made famous by one of my inspirations, John Lucien. We also have from the Beatles, And I Love Her. What Are You Doing the Rest of Your Life is a great song, and a song that I sang at my son's wedding. It's the kind of thing that's really romantic. With You, I'm Born Again is also on it. Then we do some blues, really funny blues, down south blues, and that's
the real blues.
It's the real blues down south. So that's a lot of fun, and I always like to do a little bit of reggae kind of music, and so On and On is a part of that. We also did Afro Blue by Mongo Santa Maria. And we did a very unique arrangement of that, and it's a beautiful song. So,
do you get nervous, you know, to perform in front of people? I think they said one of the biggest fears is to sing or to sing in front of people or to speak in front of people. Like, do you get nervous? Do you get nerve-wracking when you have to perform?
Occasionally, I get nervous before I go on, and then once I get on, and then I can relax and feel at home. And if I'm relaxed, then they're relaxed. If everybody, you know, and that exchange of energy is really good.
What about your first major gig? I'm using your lingo now, gig.
Mm-hmm.
Your first major gig. What was your first major gig, and what did it feel like?
My first major gig was at the Bickford Theater, and it seats 300 people, and that was kind of nerve-wracking for me. but it went well, and I was with some great musicians, so it felt very comfortable. When I was young, I did a lot of big things with the singing group that I was with, the Colgate 13, and so we sang at Island Center in St. Croix, Virgin Islands, and so it was like,
Sound
you know,
fun.
huge audience, and so, but with the support of other people, so it was good.
So what do you do to gear yourself before a show? Because like even these shows right here, I still get nervous.
Mm.
You know, with my talk show, I get nervous.
Mm.
So, but what do you do to gear yourself or to try to neutralize that nervousness?
Well, as I drive to a show, I have I'm playing. I warm up and I just quickly go through some of the songs that I'm going to do, to so that it makes sure it's fresh. Even though I did it yesterday, I want to make sure I know it
Right.
today. You know, I feel comfortable with it. And then my wife always makes me hot tea with honey and lemon, and I have that on the way up, and so that's part of our ritual. So, and then once I get there, then I'm fine.
Let me ask you this: do you, since you know, because this is a long journey for you, because you know you had pit stops along the way. Were there anyone that you know whisper in your ear, "Give it up, you're not gonna make it. Just do something else, Stephen. Do something else. It's too late. Give it
Yeah,
up."
yeah, I've had that, and
And how do you combat that?
it's like, well, I really don't care how old I am. If this is something that I love to do, and I'm going to do it, and you're not going to stop me. I don't care, you know. So I've had a lot of that. You always have naysayers, but
But these naysayers, were they? Because oftentimes and not, you have naysayers that's supposed to be close to you,
mhm.
that's supposed to cheer you on, opposed to wanting you to prevent your particular journey in life. Were these naysayers like close to you?
Some of them were, yeah, and other. I was in a workshop, and so you hear some of the stuff from other people, and I just decided I'm not. People are going to. If people are still hiring me, and I can do it, I'm going to do it, and it doesn't matter what they say.
But did this dampen the relationship, so to speak, between you and anyone that's allegedly supposed to have been close to you?
Yeah, yeah.
It dampens the relationship.
Yeah, some of them. Yeah. The one thing I'm really happy about, my wife, this is my second wife, and she's been very, very supportive. You know, even when she's going through things and she can't go out with me, but I know the support is there, and she's pushing me to you know, keep going,
That's
keep
the push.
going.
That's the engine. That's
Yeah,
good. I think we all need that, and it's heartbreaking that people are supposed to be cheering you on and they're secretly clapping for your demise.
hmm
Because you know if they allegedly supposed to be close to you and they saying give it up, they're actually clapping for your demise
right.
opposed to cheering you on.
hmm
And I think it's sad, but again, you have that courage and you have that resilience to continue to strive for your goal, and definitely your goals will be met as long as you don't give up and you continuously believe in them.
Right. One of the things that I'm doing now is I've joined the board of directors of the New Jersey Jazz Society, and so that's another way of giving to the music community and some of the things that we're doing for young people. I have I have 5 grandchildren, and three oldest are into music already, and the 8-year-old has done some shows with me.
Wow.
She plays the piano, and we did a show at the Fort Lee Library, and it was had over 100 people, and she sat down and she just played. And
Well,
she
maybe
was
I need to
great.
have you and your granddaughter on one
Yeah,
day.
she's gorgeous too.
Bring your granddaughter on.
So
Let's have her on my show one day so she can
okay,
play some piano
yeah, yeah,
for my viewers. And that's so you're giving back. That's awesome because now you're not just giving back to the nursing homes, to our elders who are oftentimes forgotten. You're giving back to the children who are oftentimes presently forgotten.
hmm
So you're doing your greatness in duality, man. And I definitely commend you again and keep up the great work, Mr. Fuller.
Thank
Man.
you.
You're giving back to the children and to the elders. That's phenomenal, man. You're a phenomenal brother, man. That's phenomenal. And again, please get this man's CD. If you're into jazz, if you're into beautiful voices, please get this man's CD. Expressions of the Heart by Stephen Fuller. Expressions of the Heart by Stephen Fuller, unless you don't have a heart. If you don't have a heart and you get this CD, you will have a heart after that CD. Thanks a lot, Mr. Fuller.
Thank
Mr.
you.
Fuller, I definitely appreciate you for being on the show. And hopefully you and your granddaughter can come back. We'll schedule that for you and your granddaughter to come back.
Okay.
And we promote the both of you. And we're going to end this with Mr. Fuller taking us out with another great performance. Don't forget to let your inner jewel shine. Peace.
Down in Jamaica, they got lots of pretty women. Steal your money, then they break your heart. Lonesome Sue, she's in love with old Sam. Takes him from the fire into the frying pan, on and on. She just keeps on trying. And she laughs when she feels like crying, on and on. On and on, on and on. Poor old Jimmy sits alone in the moonlight. He saw his woman kiss another man. So he takes a ladder, steals the stars from the sky, puts on Sinatra, then he starts to cry, on and on. He just keeps on trying, and he laughs when he feels like crying, on and on, on and on, on and on. When the first time is the last time, it'll make you feel so bad. But if you know it, then show it. Hold on tight, don't let her say goodnight. I got the sun on my shoulder and my toes in the sand. My woman left me for some other man. But I don't care, I'll just dream and stay tan. Toss up my heart to see where it lands, on and on. I just keep on trying. And I laugh when I feel like crying, on and on, 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 on and on. On and on, on and on, on and on, on and on, on and on.
Just a Jewel with our host, Arthur Malik.